Nikolet Kostur. Nikki has made the journey across the pond, across the Atlantic Ocean to do some study here at Wahoo Bay. So Nikki, why don't you tell us about what you're doing?
I'm doing my PhD with the London Natural Environments Research Council, and I'm focusing on marine life on different types of artificial coastal defense structures, such as seawalls and breakwaters, to improve our understanding of these rarely studied marine ecosystems and to inform how these structures can better support resilient biodiversity. Originally, I selected Wahoo Bay because it was one of the sea hive deployment sites, and sea hive really caught my eye because I'm looking at structures that have been ecologically enhanced, so coastal protection structures that take into account the ecological components and try to basically create a more friendly habitat for marine life. My work at Wahoo Bay is going really well, and it has been so much fun to be able to be at the site. I've come up almost every single day. My primary goals at the site were to construct a image-based model of the sea hive structures and the surrounding structures, to look at the marine life that is growing on them and to compare how that marine life differs between different structures. And my second goal was to take close-up imagery of these structures to actually look at the species that are present, not just the overall coverage, to create a foundational understanding of these ecosystems. They're quite new habitats. We're putting hard structures into a soft sediment environment, so we don't actually really understand what should be growing there or what is growing there. So I'm creating kind of a baseline of knowledge for us to start building from over time and to assess how that changes. Wahoo Bay, beyond being an accessible site, just in terms of proximity to people, that it caters to many different age groups, and people can see the water, they can walk out onto the dock. All of that is so important, but I think the fact that it does sit in an urban setting is incredibly important and paving the way for kind of the future of how people will interface with a natural environment, because most people don't have the time or the resources to travel out to somewhere that's quite far, but maybe beautiful and protected. So how can we get people engaging with nature in their everyday lives? I think it's one of the most powerful and feasible ways of getting people to care about the nature that already exists around them. Wahoo Bay has so much potential to be an example for other cities. Populations will continue growing and urbanization will continue to happen. So really, I think it could serve as a model for the future of how we will relate to and coexist with nature.